Imagine a dimly lit room, perhaps a library, the flickering candlelight reflecting in the narrator's eyes as they begin to speak in a low, conspiratorial tone. Have you ever heard of Lucrezia Borgia? Of course you have. Poison, intrigue, the Renaissance, the usual suspects. But what if I told you the story of someone far less famous, someone who walked the same shadowy corridors of power, someone whose story is far more personal, far more human? Forget the glamorous poisonings of the Renaissance court. We're going to delve into the grimy, fascinating world of 17th century Italian alchemy, specifically the story of Isabella. Now, Isabella isn't a name you'll find in history books. Records are selective, let's say. But I found her story, pieced together from crumbling manuscripts, forgotten apothecary ledgers, and a few remarkably well-preserved letters tucked away in a Venetian archive. Think of it as an archaeological dig, but instead of pottery shards, we unearth the secrets of a young woman who learned to dance with death. It's 1632. Isabella, barely 16, is an orphan, living in a back alley of Florence, a city teeming with both breathtaking art and unspeakable depravity. She's sharp, resourceful, and has a natural aptitude for herbs and remedies, honed from scavenging for food among the city's discarded refuse. A grim apprenticeship in itself. One day, a shadowy figure, a notorious alchemist named Maestro Lorenzo, finds her. He observes her keen eye, her ability to identify poisonous plants from harmless ones, and offers her an apprenticeship. Not in the glittering workshops of wealthy patrons. No, Lorenzo operates in the world beneath. A world of secret laboratories hidden beneath cobbled streets. A world of powders, potions, and whispered incantations. This isn't about creating perfumes, though they do that too. Lorenzo is a master of venoms, an artist of slow-acting poisons, the kind that mimic disease that leave no trace. Pause for dramatic effect, imagine the thrill, the terrifying allure of such knowledge. Isabella's training is brutal, a grueling mix of botany, chemistry, and clandestine meetings. She learns to distill deadly nightshade, to extract the venom from vipers, to craft poisons so subtle they go undetected by even the most skilled physicians. Lorenzo isn't teaching her merely to kill, he's shaping her into an artist of deception. He teaches her about the weaknesses of the human body, the subtle signs of poisoning, and how to exploit human vulnerabilities. She witnesses things that would haunt a soul far stronger than hers. We know from the letters of one particular commission in 1638, a wealthy merchant rumored to be cheating his wife. The poison, cleverly disguised as a love potion, was subtle, agonizingly slow, weeks of debilitating illness before the final, quiet death. Isabella was tasked with delivering the concoction, a task that left her profoundly disturbed. But the most fascinating incident, and one that reveals the true measure of Isabella's character, involved a papal envoy in 1642. The man was suspected of plotting against the Medici. Lorenzo, having received a hefty sum from the Grand Duke himself, assigned Isabella the task. But the envoy was a devout man, surrounded by family. Isabella, witnessing his genuine affection for his children, couldn't bring herself to follow through fully. She meticulously altered the poison, making it less lethal. The envoy fell ill, certainly, but survived. A thoughtful pause. Did she get away with it? Partially. Lorenzo was never aware of her act of defiance. Isabella, however, knew this could be her last act of mercy. She escaped Florence, leaving behind the life of shadows, the deadly knowledge that clung to her like a second skin. Her later life remains a mystery. Did she use her skills for good, or for personal survival? We can only guess. But Isabella's story isn't just about poison. It's about a young woman wrestling with immense power, grappling with moral ambiguity in a world that offered little grace. It's a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, even in the face of such terrifying realities. It's about the untold stories, buried beneath the grand narratives of history. Stories that speak to the very human cost of power, ambition, and the intricate dance between life and death. And that, my friends, makes it a story well worth remembering.